overall thoughts on your first day? How much can you get out of an initial practice?
Well, we got quite a few mental reps. Just most of it's physical conditioning today, and guys are reported in pretty good shape. We have the same kind of guys that we kind of knew wouldn't make it, didn't make it, so they'll be running a whole lot more for the next 2 weeks than the rest of the guys that made it won't run, and we'll start back conditioning on the first day of school.
Because who didn't make it out here?
Well, he's got the list. I know 3 guys for sure, but I don't know the whole list yet. We're going to meet right after this.
That's kind of to be expected, isn't it? There's always
yeah. But the numbers were less than normal. We had as many as 15 or 16, 18 guys not make it the first year. I think had 3 absolutely not do any of what they were supposed to do. So that's pretty good.
What's the situation with Christian Holloway? He was one of the guys.
I can't speak about him until he's here. Yeah.
So much has been made about the arrival of Garrett Gilbert. Today is the first time you get to see him throw. Initial impressions?
Initially, he's got a real nice arm. He's accurate, and I thought all the quarterbacks threw the ball well. Neil threw it well. Connor threw it well. I mean, we'll see how we progress. He got a lot to learn between now and next Thursday or Friday, and then we'll just be repping from there on everything.
They've been working over the summer, sort of tutoring Garrett to help him get caught up to speed. Are you able to gauge how much he's absorbed of the offense, and is he?
Well, he kind of knows the general stuff, but until we, he throws it, watch it on film, coach him through all the thoughts. You never know how much he is taking in. So we're not going to go against the defense, I think, until next Tuesday. So that'll be the time when we start to gauge, exactly how much he is. But at least in the next 2 to 3 days, he'll start to learn the offense better.
So many moving parts and new faces on the offensive line after graduating 5 starters last year. How long do you anticipate it'll be before you and Coach Fawcett can sort of get a gauge of who will be in what spot and when that'll start to come together?
Well, we kind of have an idea right now, but you always give everybody an opportunity. But I would say by the middle of next week, we'll have a pretty good idea where we stand.
What are your first impressions of Stadion Lowe?
I really didn't watch him in the drills. He said we're trying to get him physically in shape, so he had pulled a hamstring about three weeks ago, so he just was pushing himself to get some cardio. So, but he's got good feet, and he'll be fine.
How long into camp do you spend focusing primarily on the teaching part, and then starting to look at Baylor and
well, actually, most of it is all teaching all the way up until 2 weeks before the first game. So we get 2 weeks of game planning. But I cheat a little bit usually. Toward the 7th or 8th day, I start the blitz stuff, and the pressure looks are all start to be theirs. But you got to make sure they understand the base stuff before you overload them with too many other things.